Jet Set Radio!
Alright, let's get this started. Welcome guys to Jet Set Radio Future. Great, yeah, great start. Welcome to Jet Set Radio, or at least Let's Play Jet Set Radio. It's a neat little game made in 2000 or 2001, remade in HD in 2012 or 2013. I can't quite remember. It was made for the Vita as well, so I'm more inclined to believe it was 2013. But it was also made for 360, PS3, and for the PC, which is what I'm playing it on. It's a fun little cel-shaded, I'm not even sure what other genre to call it, really. Skating game? Sport game? I'm not really sure. Anyway, let's get started. Options or menu selection, we have the basic stuff: new game, load game, tutorial teaches you how to play. Achievements, you can unlock achievements and do certain feats in this game. Leaderboards, see how well you do compared to everyone else. Help and options, exactly as it sounds. Bonuses is actually like documentaries and like extra songs in the game. Anyway, let's get started. New game, of course, like so.
Somewhere in Asia, there's a city that cannot be found on any map called Tokyo-to, but everyone just calls it Tokyo. The two hottest things in the streets of Tokyo-to are the punks wearing magnetically driven inline skates powered by newly developed Netrium batteries and Jet Set Radio, a pirate radio station manned by the DJ Professor K that plays nothing but non-stop hardcore music. Those street punks have been named Rudies by the people of Tokyo-to. They roam the streets and cover the city with their personal graffiti, claiming that it is their way of expressing themselves to the world. However, ever since the metropolitan government and the financial conglomerate, the Rokkaku Group, combined their efforts to co-found the 21st Century Project, the streets of Tokyo-to have never been the same again. Police crackdowns on the Rudies have become more severe, and Captain Onishima is more anxious than ever to put them behind bars. The streets of Tokyo-to are ready to explode.
Now, it's actually mentioned that before actually this HD release, it was actually called Jet Grind Radio in the US. The reason because of that is there was a band in the US, I believe, called Jet Set Radio, or Jet Set. I'm not sure the actual band name, but it was something like Jet Set. Now, to avoid confusion and to avoid the game being associated with that band, they actually renamed it Jet Grind Radio. Really, nothing was changed. DJ Professor K still called it Jet Set Radio. The graphic and the title screen, that little graphic you saw of the graffiti saying to Jet Set Radio was actually changed to Jet Grind Radio, and the title screen was changed to Jet Grind Radio. That's about all that was changed. Now this is a tutorial, just basic stuff teaching you how to play the game. We saw Gum right there who's teaching us how to play the game. If we could get it, there we go. Really basic stuff, just how to move, how to grind, and all that.
Hey you!
Like I said, this is where she's going to teach us how to grind. It's really easy stuff, but I'm paying attention to what she's doing because they're kind of like they're a little strict on what you have to do. You can't do any fancy tricks, and you can't just like you have to grind on this rail. You can't just skip this rail completely and go to another one. I think you will actually fail if you try to grind on anything else. So like so. Grinding this game works as thus. You jump on a rail, you just start grinding. No button, no nothing. But you do need some momentum, or else you're just gonna start grinding very slowly. Your speed depends on how fast you're going before you start grinding and what you do while you're grinding. Meaning if you're jumping from rail to rail, doing a bunch of tricks, jumping on the same rail over and over, you're actually gonna get some pretty good speed. But no matter how much you jump and no matter how many stunts you do, you're not really gonna get far if you're grinding on a rail that's going upwards. Because, you know, gravity works like that. Here's the basic mechanic of the game, actually. This is graffiti, which is actually the most important mechanic in the game. How most of the levels are gonna work in this game. You didn't think that there was gonna be some fighting, beat 'em up, outstanding, amazing first-person shooter action, did you? Nice. All you have to do is just go up to them, press the left trigger. That's it. get some cans that are just laying on the street. You know, if the police are so against us spraying graffiti, you think they'd do something to pick up these floating cans that are just in the air? We're getting run over by a truck, by the way. Or not. Okay, faded enough just in time. And now we got Gum in our band of weird skaters. Here's Tab. His name was actually changed to Corn in the sequel, quote-unquote, Jet Set Radio Future. He's just going to teach us how to use our camera and also to paint some extra, more complicated lines. Or more complicated graffiti stuff. Right here is what we see is a large graffiti, which is exactly as it sounds. It's just a graffiti that takes more than one can and that you actually have to do a little control stick prompt to actually do. Sorry about that. Just go down, there, and there, and there. Now, there are actually bigger graffitis as well. There's an extra large graffiti that actually involves you spending 7 sprays instead of the 3. And what you have to be very careful not to do, if you actually want to get max points, is you have to be careful not to mess up, or else you're going to have to do start from the beginning with less point multiplier, therefore not getting as much points as you would get if you just constantly sprayed. Here's a mechanic that I barely really use in this game. It's actually something you don't really need or see much of in this game at all, actually. All you have to do is ride behind a car and you'll just latch onto it and start riding it upwards. I honestly never used it, like even in this stage. There's only 2 stages that have cars. One stage is actually a completely flat land where cars just go around in a square. Why they go around in a square? I don't know. They just have things they don't need to do, apparently. They have non-existent lives because apparently they could just spend their days driving for eternity. And yeah, this for this stage it's kind of useful because, you know, you don't really want to go up an incline because you're slow and you're sluggy. So going up a car is pretty alright, even though it's not really that much faster. But in all honesty, I don't really use this mechanic much. I guess even if it's called a mechanic or not. Anyways, all we have to do is collect these cans. If I could collect that last can, we don't even need to collect the last can. Okay, I would.
Nice.
And then we just get down, careful not to hit any cars, because cars are bastards in this game. I'm just gonna say that right now. Cars, they will hit you, you will go on top of the car, and then the car will actually carry you to the end of the level, where you will exit and have to restart the level. Cars are bastards. Anyway, that's the tutorial done, actually.
The music just turns me on. Yo!
Well, actually, no, wait. I completely forgot. There's one more tutorial to do. One last little thing they want you to do, just to make sure you got this entire whole grinding, skating, jumping thing figured out. Nothing too outstanding. Just simple. I guess it's a way to teach you how to get to the harder points, the harder parts in the level, like places you wouldn't be able to reach just by jumping, I guess.
Nice, nice.
Like I said, your momentum on rails actually depends very much on your momentum when going on, when starting a rail, as well as what you do on that rail. The longer you stay on, the more you slow down. And now we're done with the tutorial. Tab has actually joined us in our merry band of very oddly dressed teenagers. I think we're teenagers. It'd be kind of creepy if we weren't teenagers. Yeah, they didn't really teach us about dashing, did they?
Hey out there, this is Tokyo's very own #1 pirate power station, Jet Set Radio! Over the hood, through the streets, and right into your brain. We're transmitting our signal straight to you. Y'all got your antennas on or what? Yeah, we're riding high on a smooth stream of supersonic sound. And I'm your captain and DJ, Professor K. Jet Set Radio!
Territory, it's a territory.
3 games are fighting for the Tokyo streets. In the west, from Benkencho, the city of the night, we got those high-tech maniacs, those mad machines the noise takes. And in the east, from Koganecho, the city of the sunset, it's that crazy monster mask wearing gang, Poison Jam. And from Shibuya-cho in the south, the city of daylight, it's those troublemaking punks, the GGs. The GG's home turf, Shibuya-cho, was just attacked. Was it Poison Jam? They were talking about spreading out there. Or maybe it was the noise thing, trying to send a system crash through the whole city. Listen up, all you innocent fools out there. Officer Onishima has got some special order Kisatsu bracelets all ready for you. So, take yourselves to the bathroom and brush those teeth, boys and girls, because a whole load of trouble is heading your way.
I love this game. I really do. That's how wacky it is. Anyways, that's the tutorial completed, and we started chapter 1, GG. Why they call it GGs? I don't know. But we have a few options now that were in our little hub area, I guess you could call it. We got Street, which is level select, Internet, where we could connect to leaderboards and see what achievements we can get, or what we haven't gotten. I believe you could actually connect to the Internet back in the Dreamcast version of this game too, and it was actually to download and use custom graffitis that everyone made. I don't know how good they were, but you could do it. Radio is where you can listen to the awesome music in this game. I actually haven't talked about the music in, that's kind of saddening. The music is great in this game. I really implore you guys to, even if you want to stop this video right now, go and listen to some of the soundtrack. It's fantastic. Save, and actually there's no save option in system, surprisingly. At least I didn't find any, and just game settings in general. And graffiti, where you could actually change up your graffiti. Like I said, like I mentioned beforehand, you could actually use different graffiti types in this game. Considering we're going to be playing as Gum for a bit, spoilers, we're going to be playing as Gum for a bit, I figured we'd change our graffiti to Gum, since we've seen Beats already. I'll keep the extra large as Beats original though, since we haven't actually seen that one, and it's only fair. So once we select Street, we have a proper level select where we actually select our missions. Right now we only have one though, and it's actually a graffiti mission. What that means I'll explain in the mission. And we have our character select. We could choose from 3 characters that we have unlocked right now. We have Beat, we have Gum, and we have Corn. Tab. Corn was his future name. Derp. Beat is an all-around balanced-ish kind of guy. Graffiti. Gum is great at graffiti, and Tab is pretty good at technique and health. He has a pretty large amount of HP. Graffiti is how many points you get during your graffiti little tag things, those things with the arrows. Technique is how many points you get and how fast you go, I believe, during tricks. And power is your overall health. Like I said, this is a graffiti mission, and I will be going towards a jet ranking, which is the best ranking you can get on every single stage. That means that I need to kind of optimize as best as I can, meaning these kind of graffiti stages, I want to go for a person with a high graffiti. And like I said, I'll explain what graffiti is, or what graffiti stages are later on. Someone's busting into our turf. They're lurking around the bus route. Find the red arrows and start tagging. That was a horrible announcer-ish kind of voice going there. Anyways, this is the general kind of level layout you'd see in this game. This is a graffiti stage, meaning you have to find every red arrow and tag those arrows. As the beginning already, told you. The way you actually get the best way to get a jet ranking in this game is to actually, well, I should actually talk about how jet ranking is gained. You get a jet ranking by actually reaching a certain threshold of points. You see my current points up there below the health bar. The points you gain in the level are actually at the end of the level are actually determined by how much time is left, how much graffiti cans you have left, and how much health you have left, as well as generally how many points you. Then those get kind of added in with how many points you get for how well you do during these graffiti sections. So the best thing to do probably for these graffiti sections is actually to go for the bigger ones first, and then go for the smaller one. But there's multiple reasons for that. First reason being, you see how these cops are now chasing us. These cops are annoying as hell to deal with. If we actually had large ones on the floor still there. And the way cops actually spawn are determined by how much graffiti you've done so far. So if I got you saw there I got 3 large graffitis. That means if I got 3 small graffitis, the same thing would have happened. Which is why it's a good thing. By the way, get out of here. That's why it's a good thing to actually go for the big ones first, just to get rid of the, just so you're less likely to mess up your graffiti prompts because of an annoying cop hitting you in the face. Right here we see Onishima. You can actually spray Onishima and stun him for a bit. It's kind of pointless though. Don't really bother with it. Albeit he could be pretty annoying. And if he says steady, run, because he's gonna shoot you. But the other reason why it's actually a good idea to go for the later, or go for these smaller ones later, is because, like I said, the amount, your points are also determined by how many. Hey, I got that graffiti soul. How many? Actually, is that the last one? Oh God! Just leave me alone. By how much graffiti cans you have by the end of the stage. Meaning if you end the stage off with a with 3 graffiti cans, or with a large one, you're subtracting your maximum graffiti cans. Hopefully you have your max by now. At that point, you're subtracting your max graffiti cans by the amount that takes, which is 3. Meanwhile, a small one will be only 1. Meaning, you know, in Gum's case, I'll be ending the stage off with 14 versus 12. That's obviously just better. Math with Zetta Zombie. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's all we have to do. Wow, this is much better than my first time trying to record this. By the way, this is my first time trying to record this. I actually had a lot of trouble recording this. God dang it, I hate... Onishima, you suck. I actually didn't expect to get hit by Onishima. Best thing to do when you actually get hit by some of these is look for red cans that are spread throughout the stage. Just they're easy to get. I don't know if they respawn though. If they do, they take a long time to respawn. That should be enough. Earlier stages are pretty lenient on your jet ranking. Oh, really?
That's right.
Never mind. I said that the early stages are lenient. They are not lenient, apparently. Jesus. Alright, so how this is gonna go is... The problem with this is... Once I finish the stage, it's no longer accessible. Meaning, I have to get a jet rank the first time, or keep trying until I get a jet rank. Obviously, I'm not gonna make you guys suffer through constant jet rank attempts. So I'm going to actually cut this out completely, me retrying. I'm going to cut me retrying out completely, and afterwards, I'll put in my proper jet rank run, probably sped up, if it's too long, at the end of the video. So I'll see you guys when I'm done the stage.
Let's get scratching.
I'm hijacking the airways and terrorizing you with tunes, cause we're gonna turn these dirty streets into one big dance party! Jet Set Radio! Those cats who ransacked Shibuya Cho turned out to be the Love Shockers. Love broke their hearts and now they're looking to do some breaking of their own. Watch out for these psychos. When you see their heart-shaped graffiti around, you know someone somewhere is crying with the uki uki waku waku feeling. Can the GG save Shibuya Cho from the trap of love, or is it too late?
Alright, so that'll actually finish off that stage. And that, I think, is a good time to end off first episode. We finished a tutorial as well as the introduction stage. Next time we're actually going to go towards the Poison Jam. I completely forgot the name for a second there, even though I played this game like 5 times. Poison Jam over at Kagane Cho. I know they said attack the Love Shockers, but I actually like going towards Poison Jam and then Noise Tanks and then the Love Shockers. So, I'll see you guys next time.
terminal. All officers respond. This is headquarters to all units. Headquarters to all units. The captain is on his way. Make sure to back him up.
Gotcha!
Ha!